Okay, so what we see today is a relatively dangerous reaction. And you may ask why? Because after all, we are still going up. SPY is going up 0.19%, QQQ is also going up 0.41%. So how is that dangerous? Well, it is annoying because we see a long shadow, a long wick above the candle's body today. And this reaction materialized right below our main resistance levels. I have been warning you guys about this resistance level on the QQQ 629. This key point is this gap resistance level. As you guys know, gaps work as magnets for the price when trends reverse, so it is dangerous to see such rejection below such important resistance level. Similarly, we have the SPY rejecting the all-time high, which is our major resistance level right now, short-term wise, medium-term wise. We gotta break this key point to really resume the bullish bias. And right now we see the rejection of this key point making a relatively dangerous candlestick pattern. So we gotta pay attention to this price action and of course on the most important inflection points on the market, which we're gonna analyze today in this video. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, and here on this channel you will receive unbiased, straightforward, and professional analysis every single day. We are here every day, keeping you guys updated on the main inflection points on the market, what could bring a reversal, what could bring a continuation. It is all here. We are here every single day. So welcome to another daily study. Now, as far as I know, SPY is making a possible top signal. The QQQ is also making a possible top signal right below their resistance levels. That's dangerous. But how dangerous is that? Well, if you ask me, it is a top signal, but remember, a top signal alone is just a top signal. It is not necessarily going to be triggered. If we see this top signal being triggered, then okay, then we may see a sharper correction ahead on the SPY ETF. And remember, a correction is just a correction. Corrections are not reversals. Some people, they believe that when we see correction, we're gonna collapse, etc. No, corrections are part of the trend. Okay, so in this case, if we see a short-term reversal on the 1-hour chart, because pay attention, on the 1-hour chart, we are still bullish, all right? We are still making higher highs, higher lows. We had a congestion over here, but in the end, we are still making this pattern of higher highs, higher lows. Today, we just saw another high. To see another pullback to the previous support level on the 1-hour chart, which is the 21-hour EMA, which has been acting as a quite reliable support level since November 25 over here. So, okay, so far so good. We are making, as far as I know, a harmless pullback to our support area on the SPY ETF. Only if we see the loss of this support level losing today's low at the same time, only then we may see a technical top signal getting triggered. Okay, now guys, by making a technical top signal on the daily chart, meaning reversing the short-term trend, we may just see another pullback to our next support level. And regarding the SPY, if you ask me, our next major support level will be near the 675. This key point was a previous top level here, top level here, top level here, possible support level in the future. Following the principle of polarity in technical analysis, previous top levels are going to work as future support levels and vice versa. So, what's more, this key point is very close to the 21-day EMA, making this area a double support level for the SPY. In theory, it is not gonna be easy for the SPY to lose momentum to the point of losing this double support level, not in one single bearish leg at least. Okay, we have a clear support level in this area, and then we'll see. All right, if a pullback materializes, and remember, in order for a pullback to materialize, we gotta see the loss of our support levels on the 1 hour chart. We may see another possible buying opportunity near this double support level. And then if that happens, we may see many high beta stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, etc. They will all look very attractive if this scenario materializes. Because again, in my humble opinion, if you ask me, many high beta stocks, they deserve a pullback, as we're gonna see today, later in this video. Now we have the QQQ also making a possible top signal. Remember, this top signal wasn't triggered yet. However, if we see the loss of the 21-hour EMA of today's low near the 624, that's going to be the trigger point of another possible pullback to the 21-day EMA, which is very close to the 613 resistance level. Previous resistance level here, here, here. Now it is working as a support level here and here again. So again, that's another example of how the principle of polarity in technical analysis works. Now, any pullback would be another possible buying opportunity, not necessarily on the SPY, QQQ, but on many other tech stocks, high beta stocks that deserve a pullback. Now, when we talk about Nvidia, this one looks very nice. I mean, it is still bearish, okay? Yes, it's still bearish. However, it is struggling a lot to break our main resistance level. In this case, we have the 21-day EMA, we have the 184, still the very same 184 that we have been talking about every single day since August this year, right? This is annoying, but this key point is still our major inflection point, just like it was over here. We did identify this breakout, right? And then it was a support level here, like we did identify as well together in this channel. I told you guys here on this channel, right? Public information, guys. We see a double bottom. The technical trigger point is still the 184. What funny coincidence, right? Well, our target is at 200, okay? Yes, we broke this key point. We hit 212 before making a double top to the 184 again. Okay, so guys, it is not a coincidence, okay? This key point is extremely important for Nvidia. We gotta see a breakout of it as soon as possible so we can finally fly to the next resistance level, which is the 196 or maybe even the 200s again. Okay, we can use a round number as well, okay, 200s. But we gotta leave this 184 behind. We gotta leave this 21-day EMA behind in order to truly turn bullish again. In the lack of technical evidence confirming a breakout, Nvidia is not supposed to turn bullish again. In the worst case scenario, we may see another top signal before another collapse over here. Is this candle a top signal, Nathan? Not yet. In order for us to see a top signal, it is important to see a reversal on the 1 hour chart. And as far as I know, Nvidia is making what seems to be an ascending triangle chart pattern, okay? Respecting this trend line as a support level while being squeezed against this resistance level up here. So that's an ascending triangle, all right? Only a clear breakout could bring something new. For now, there is no clear breakout, okay? Let me make this line visible on the 1 hour chart only, because on the daily chart it is not making sense. So only a downwards breakout of these support levels, this purple trend line. Excuse me. Excuse me, why did this change? Okay, let me erase this line once and for all because it is not making too much sense right now. And my keyboard is not working. My keyboard is not working. Wow, that's impressive. What happened? I think the battery is... Yes, it has no battery. Okay, so I will have to finish this video using my yeah, okay. So only a downwards breakout of this resistance level, okay, it's working, of this resistance level could bring, I'm so sorry, this support level could bring another correction, okay? Meanwhile, only an upwards breakout of this key point could bring something new, another rally. So for next week, let's pay attention to these inflection points, okay? Because they are going to dictate Nvidia's next movement. Now, you may ask me, Nathan, which scenario do you prefer, a downwards or an upwards breakout? And the answer is simple. I prefer an upwards breakout. Now I prefer an upwards. Why, Nathan? Because on the weekly chart, this week, we just made a phenomenal bottom signal on the weekly chart over here above the 21 weekly moving average. It has been a while since we retested this moving average, okay? It was on May this year, right? May 12. Funny because my birthday is on May 13. Okay, so almost on my birthday, we hit this support level. Now, finally, we are back to this key point again. So, okay, great. As far as I know, that's a possible bottom signal, but again, we gotta see confirmation of an upwards breakout of the 184 area. There is no excuse. There is no escape, okay? We must see a breakout of the 184 so Nvidia can turn bullish again. Now, we have our dear Tesla, right? Flying, which is nice. I'm very happy for Tesla over here. I'm very happy for you if you have Tesla, okay? If you bought Tesla, probably you are making money. All right, now, what's the next resistance level? 470. Nathan, are we gonna hit the 470 in one single bullish leg? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. All that I know is that if we see another pullback to the 439, to this 21-day MA, it doesn't matter, okay? Any pullback to this support level, then could be another buying opportunity. I was very clear to you. I was not that optimistic regarding Tesla, okay? Since the beginning, I told you guys, this doesn't mean that Tesla is not gonna go up. It means only that the risk-reward ratio was not clear to me, okay? But in the end, it is still going up, so phenomenal. However, any pullback could be another possible buying opportunity. Even if you have Tesla, even if you are bullish on Tesla, that would be good for you as well. But why, Nathan? I don't want to see my stock dropping, not even 1 single cent. I just want to see Tesla going up. My friend, this is not gonna happen, okay? This is not gonna happen, but think with me for 1 second over here. If we see a pullback, don't you agree that many people who's on the sidelines over here would see a pullback approaching our support levels and then would think, okay, now we are back to a support level. Now the risk-reward ratio makes more sense. It is clear to me. This could be a buying opportunity. In this case, we are gonna see many bulls appearing in this support level, pushing prices to higher and higher levels. That's how uptrends work. Okay, that's why we see higher highs, higher lows, okay? That's the healthiest movement ever. You don't want to see the stock you bought only going up without stopping, because that's a rally. That's a sign of euphoria. And euphoria, just like panic, well, it is not good. Okay, it is not healthy. You want to see higher highs, higher lows, so maybe even you can buy more Tesla shares near our support level. You can increase your position. You can improve the risk-reward ratio of your positions as well. So that would be very good for you. Even if you have Tesla right now, even if you bought Tesla near our support levels over here, that would be perfect. Okay, so guys, that's how we work over here. strategically, using the technique, using price action, using the main inflection points to our advantage. Okay, that's how we do every single day in this channel. Now, what we have here is our lady AMD, right? One of you guys told me, Nathan, it's so funny when you say that AMD is a she, right? Well, it's a she to me at least, okay? It's a lady. By the way, here in Brazil, we don't have neutral pronouns, okay? It's we don't have the it or the or they, right? We only have he or she and the plural of he and she, okay? Which could be like his or she's to you guys, okay? So every single object, every single thing is either male or female in Portuguese, okay? So to me, AMD is a lady, okay? So period, all right? Now, we have a, okay, see once again, we have this major resistance level working today. We saw this key point working as a resistance level here Tuesday, right? 3 days ago. And right now we see this key point working as a resistance level again. I'm talking about the area near the 21-day EMA and the 227, which was our previous, the previous top level of this, of March 2024. Okay, so right now this key point is working again as a major resistance level for AMD, so that's relatively dangerous. However, how dangerous is that? Well, it could bring a pullback if we see the loss of the 213. Why 213, Nathan? See on the 1 hour chart, we are inside what seems to be a congestion, okay, sideways congestion. We just triggered this double bottom chart pattern, okay? Now we see this sideways movement. That's totally normal, expected, okay? Not surprising at all. But if we lose the 213, we're gonna lose the support level of this congestion, possibly rejecting the idea of a double bottom, making another pullback to our next support levels. In the worst case scenario, we're gonna close this gap down here, near the 170s. Okay, so be aware. 213. That's the key point you want to watch on AMD next week. Okay, remember, Lady AMD must not lose 213. Okay, so pay attention to this key point. But conversely, let's say, Nathan, but I love our dear AMD, right? So what if we see an upwards breakout of the 227 area? That would be great. In fact, that's the single only thing that could bring a true reversal on AMD. Because don't you agree that by breaking this resistance level, we're gonna leave this key point behind, reinforcing the double bottom on the daily chart and making another bullish pivot point on the daily chart as well, just after reaching the 21 weekly moving average. So that's the best place ever to buy AMD. Okay, if you missed buying AMD here, down here with us, I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel. If you missed this buying opportunity, now could be your second opportunity. The second best opportunity of 2025, okay? You may get this opportunity, however, we gotta wait for the breakout of the 227 area so we can see another bullish rally, etc. Either way, this reminds me, if you want to trade with me, join our Telegram channel. Every single day I share signals, strategies based on my own strategies, okay, my own trading philosophy. If you need help with a clear strategy that guides you in this market, suggesting where you should buy, telling to you the price you should buy, why are you buying, where to sell, where to set the stop loss, etc. It's all there. On our Telegram channel, we work with a clear strategy to help you to become consistently profitable, to teach you how to mitigate losses and maximize profits in a calm way, stress-free, no anxiety, no gut feelings, right? No fear, no nothing. We trade only using our technique to our advantage, okay? Using candles, price action, volume, etc., indicators, etc. So join us over there. The link to my website is in this video's description. We have hundreds of traders learning how to make money every single day over there, so you are invited to join us. Again, link is in this video's description, okay? Now, we have Palantir. Palantir going up nicely, actually very nicely, right? When we see, why we see SPY up 0.19%, QQQ 0.41%, Palantir is going up more than 2%, making another powerful bullish candle, so that's a total win. Now you may ask me, but Nathan, what could possibly make Palantir collapse again? Well, it is not gonna be easy, okay? It's not gonna be easy, but if we lose the 174, this red line over here, which was the previous top level on Palantir, then okay, by losing this double support level, we may see another pullback. Only if that happens. Are we still above this double support level? If the answer is yes, then there is absolutely no way we can work with a bearish scenario on Palantir yet. What's more, on the weekly chart, we are confirming a bottom signal. Last week, we saw a bottom signal above the 21 weekly moving average. This week, we are closing above last week's high. So we are confirming a technical bottom signal on the weekly chart. So even if we see another pullback to this area, we gotta be aware that Palantir is still very bullish. Any pullback could be just another harmless pullback. Only a real loss of this support area could bring a real, technical, dangerous reversal to lower levels. For now, as far as I know, given the technical evidence, okay, it is not my opinion, it's technical evidence, okay, we are above our resistance levels, we are above the 21-day EMA, we are above the 21-weekly EMA, making a bottom signal. So yes, there is no way I can tell you that Palantir is bearish. Okay, we are in bullish territory. We are going up nicely. Okay, and I am very happy for you who bought Palantir, okay? I gotta be honest with you guys, we sold Palantir over here because we bought this hammer, okay? Hammer candle pattern, quite obvious buying signal, by the way, okay? Hammer candle pattern above a crystal clear, obvious support level. That was our lead to buy. I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel, and then it hit our target, okay? So that was our profit zone. Now, we're going up a little bit. Okay, amazing, phenomenal. Is Palantir a buy again? Of course not, because the risk-reward ratio is not good. Remember, always buy near support levels, because the risk-reward ratio is better near support levels. Don't buy after we are flying, okay? Because then you are following the herd, and the herd is always too late. The herd is always too crazy. You don't want to be crazy. Don't go nuts on this market, okay? Use a clear strategy. Do not work using emotions or any other stuff. Only use a clear strategy. Only use a clear risk-reward relationship strategy to guide you in the market. Okay? Otherwise, well, I can't say you are a trader. You are just a gambler. All right? That's the difference. Okay? Now, okay, Palantir is still going up. I'm not crying about it, okay, because after all, we still did a phenomenal trade, okay, but now is someone else's problem. It's the problem of someone who bought from me over here, okay? I wish you all the best, but I'm not confident on Palantir right now, to buy Palantir right now. I have many other stocks on my radar, so Palantir is not one of them, not anymore. All right, like now we have ARM holdings. Okay, it's been a while since I don't analyze ARM holdings. Our last buy signal, which I gave you guys on our Telegram channel, was the breakout of this double bottom chart pattern as well. It was a very easy buy signal to spot, okay? Double bottom on the 1 hour chart, right? Right above the 127, the previous support level, okay? So yes, we bought down here. It hit our target today, okay? Because our target was here, near the 143. It hit our target, time to sell, amazing, goodbye. Will ARM holdings collapse from here? I don't know, maybe it will. Palantir is still going up, but I prefer to sell after reaching our resistance level, after reaching our target, especially after seeing a bearish candle. Okay, so I would be very careful with arm holdings right now. I know there is the idea of a rounded bottom as well. Okay, I know that. But since we hit a technical target, and after seeing SPY, QQQ losing momentum near their own resistance levels, I'm not confident on arm holdings right now. Nathan, what if we see a pullback? Any pullback could be very nice. On the 1 hour chart, we see the 21-hour EMA going up as well. If we see arm holdings losing this 21-hour EMA, then we may see another correction, another pullback, in the worst case scenario to the 127 again. And then we'll see if arm holdings will be a buy or not. On the weekly chart, we are more like sideways, okay? However, I do understand that we are near a technical weekly support level. So, again, although we are still bearish below the 21-day EMA, making a top signal, I would be very happy if we see another pullback approaching our support levels, because only then we may see another good buying signal with a good risk-reward relationship. Okay, so arm holdings is still on my radar. Okay, yes, it's still on my radar, but we must wait a little bit more to buy it. Okay, it is not the ideal. Now we have Amazon. It's been a while since I don't analyze Amazon as well. Okay, it's been a while, right? Now we see Amazon. It's funny because we did identify this top signal with an astonishing precision. I told you guys on this day, right? On this very day, guys, if we close below 252, it's over. Okay, we're gonna see another pullback. Well, the pullback was sharper than I was expecting, but still very nice to see Amazon behaving according to the technique. Now, what I see is a possible buying opportunity. Okay, I'm not saying it is, but it could be, because this candle pattern has a name. It is a homing pigeon candle pattern. Okay, maybe you never heard about it, but when we analyze the 1 hour chart, we see a possible bullish pivot point, right? A possible inverted head and shoulders. Okay, another one because we saw a kind of inverted head and shoulders over here. Okay, I did see this head and shoulders, all right, when Amazon was forming it. In this case, I preferred to trade another stock, right, Fortinet, which we bought down here as well. Okay, we bought Fortinet over here. It is going up nicely. It has yet to reach our target, okay? Our target is near the 87, but it is performing very well already, right? But either way, although Amazon was not my favorite, I like it right now because unlike Fortinet, which is going up like crazy, Amazon at least is making a pullback, which could be an opportunity for you who missed the first inverted head and shoulders over here, okay? Or like myself, who bought another stock that is going up nicely. After reaching if it reaches my target, then I will switch to Amazon, which is making a similar pattern, okay? So that's how we work strategically, okay? Using the technique to our advantage. And remember, join our Telegram channel to keep in touch with our daily signals, strategies, and analysis. I can help you a lot over there, so seriously, take a look. Free trial, 7 days, totally free, okay? Just to see how we work. And by the way, next Monday, as usual, we're gonna do our live stream. Every single Monday, we do exclusive live streams on our Telegram channel together. Okay, together we do a brainstorming process. We analyze many stocks. You guys give me many ideas, right? I love hearing from you. So you are invited to join our live stream. Okay, again, it's free trial. So you can join us over there and see if you like how we work. That's my invitation over here. So back to Amazon, we see possible buying opportunity. However, we gotta see the breakout of a few resistance levels first. On the weekly chart, we see promising signal, a bottom signal above the 21 weekly moving average. So if you ask me, Amazon is on my radar, on my personal radar as well, but there is no technical signal yet to trade. Okay, I prefer to wait a little bit more to see how the risk reward ratio will be before buying it. Either way, remember, I'll be here every single day on this channel, so subscribe, join the Finance Hydra channel, click on the like button to support me as well. Take a look at our Telegram channel if you want to keep in touch with our signals and strategies. Thank you so much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys on Monday. Bye bye.